Hello everyone, welcome to the Pequeno pod with Señor Pequeños. New year, new intro, same relaxed comedy. Please consider supporting us on Patreon as we are but poor lost circus performers and it helps pay for podcast equipment, editing hours, and also gets you some fun little goofy benefits. And if you choose not to, that's fine. That's fine. We'd appreciate a 5-star rating. We read comments and reviews in every episode, so enjoy this free one and have a horrible day.
Testing.
This is what they pay for.
I feel so terrible. Literally all of our patrons are like, oh, I thought I could give up lunch this week to keep supporting you. I'm like, this is...
Good.
Shut up. No.
Gotta be one crypto bro that's like, these guys are pretty.
There's got to be one liberal crypto bro.
Oh, well, in that case. Do you remember when it was like unavoidable? I mean, there was even companies being like, I don't know where it's at.
Crypto and NFTs and stuff were like, everybody was like, that was the future. And somehow in my dumb brain, I was like, I don't think so. Because I don't understand it. And 5 years later, I still don't understand it.
I might have it still, but I got like, we have a local Mexican restaurant. No, I don't have crypto. I wish
you got
I did.
Mexican restaurant crypto?
Oh, whoa. There's a Mexican restaurant semi-close to where I live, and they have a gumball machine, and they bring in... I mean, when you were a kid, you used to go to the gumball machines. I hope you went to the gumball machines as a kid.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't allowed to get anything from them, but yeah.
Why weren't you allowed?
We could stare at them. Because they were dirty, and they've been sitting in there for years, probably, and we just got...
okay. Not physical gumball machines, but, like the little toys and such. Like, did you ever get anything from there?
What are we talking about?
Well, there's gumballs, and then they have like little 25-cent toys and 50-cent toys.
Oh, like in the plastic bubbles?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, a few times, yeah.
Be honest with me, Daniel.
No.
These aren't related to Moses and Joseph. And
we had the poor malls where all they had was you put money in to the spinner thing and get nothing out of it other than the enjoyment of it spinning in a circle. And I understand getting older why my parents didn't want their money being continually flushed down this thing. Because we're just like, can we do it? And they're like, no, stop.
So they, not even the, you can put pennies in there, right?
$5 into it. They were
pennies, dude.
Oh, true. I didn't think about that.
Your brother's like, just throw it in the center, dude.
I'm like, why isn't the dollar bill going down a spiral?
This sucks. Maybe we could throw 100 in it.
Yeah. Maybe I put a check in for my dad's entire savings account.
$18,000.
$400.
No, so there's... I mean, are you familiar with sticker machines then? Like, they used to be right next to the gumball machines.
Yeah, weren't those the ones where you kind of slopped in the quarters?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, there's a Mexican restaurant by my house, and they have just the worst, parodies I've ever seen in my life. They're all poop and fart related, and it disgusts me so badly every time I go there that I'm like, I need to buy some of them. So I was putting in some quarters in this machine. I have one of them. I give them the rest to my friends, but the one I still have, and it's not even good. I didn't keep it because it was good. Stink stock. Awesome,
I had already forgotten that we were talking about crypto.
Hold on. Do you want to know what's in the back?
No,
you could win an NFT. They're marketing these to kids, dude. A kid can get an NFT.
Crazy.
Just scan, dude. They're probably it's probably a phishing scam where they're like, scan it, dude.
Yeah, scan it. Fill in these social security numbers. There's a sticker that your parents must have in a box somewhere.
Your dad has a magical card on on his wallet somewhere. It gives you.
I make fun of boomers now, but I mean, if my kid came home and was like, I can win an NFT.
I don't know if you can read the other parodies, but Fart Night is one of them, and then Dingleberries is Pringles. That's awesome, dude. That's so cool. I'm gonna get you some. I'll ship them to you.
He wanted to make America great.
We used to be a proper country.
It was already great.
But I remember, during that NFT era, not all of, but a big majority of music artists were like, oh, I got an NFT thing. Go buy it. And
I got a monkey picture, and everyone just screenshotted it, and they were like, that's not funny.
Hey, that's not... No. People were selling YouTube videos. I remember Charlie Bit My Finger. The creators of that video were like, we're going to delete it off YouTube. Who cares?
Yeah,
who's dying to watch...
You can't delete it from up here. Charlie bites off my head.
I don't get the reason where they're like, oh, we're deleting it off YouTube. You can own the video. It's 2 kids, and it's not even that funny of a video.
Let me own it. You're like,
no, not even that. I'm just saying, like, who cares, dude? Like,
Charlie bit me.
Why did that go viral in the first place?
In the apocalypse. Oh, I bought this.
I bought this
$65
million and I got this video.
Well, and not only that, but it's like they took maybe they'd say they'd take the original off YouTube, but like it's everywhere. So whatever, you own the original MP4. Like who gives a flying fuck? That's crazy. People are starving.
Why do you even want to own that? Like of all the videos to own,
of all the things to own in general. Why would you
buy a house?
You could feed people. Like
you could feed the homeless, dude.
I got Charlie bit me on
homeless guy's
NFT,
like, sir,
my
please,
wallet.
And he's like, no, I've got a Charlie bit my finger video home waiting for me.
Do you remember this back in 2011? When did that video come out?
New video drops. Homeless guy bit my finger.
Homeless guy bit my finger.
All right.
I own the original. No. Okay. No, thanks.
It's so stupid.
They still do it. They still sell crypto. They still sell NFTs.
Well, yeah, but it's not.
And people still come out with YouTube videos like, "I got scammed. It's a problem. I put in $30,000 into.
I invested $35,000 into Hawk Coin. Yeah, dude.
And then,
she scammed me of my life savings.
Honestly, it's not a scam at this point. You know what? If you can honestly pull that off now after the nth example of people stealing money from that, and people still give money to you, fucking go for it.
I trust Miss Haley Welch.
I trust the animated squirrel.
All right, guys, I'm about to go to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay,
I'm about to go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeehaw!
I love her
and
voice. I'll die on that hill, dude. I'll die on that hill, dude. I love her voice so much.
The funniest thing is the 7 seconds of CoffeeZilla silence after she said that, and he's just like,
"Hate to interrupt you, Nick, but I'm gonna go to bed."
All right.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now it's just SpongeBob.
Howdy, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about crypto.
All right, dude.
Patrick,
cool.
crypto! Patrick!
SpongeBob! I'm dying. I can't even do the Patrick voice. I'm laughing too hard.
Dear God, no! It's just blaring out the microphone.
Why is he dying? SpongeBob, no!
My legs! SpongeBob!
They took my legs.
They took my legs! What's like the crying he does?
What are we talking about?
So
what are we doing?
The funniest thing is we're talking about this and Julianna's killing herself trying to get Zoom started.
I was going to make a post that I left the podcast today, but I forgot.
Oh, that would have made me shit my pants. If you were like, if you tweet it on Threads or whatever, if you put it on something like
I threaded.
If you heard what Señor Pequeños said today, yes, I am off the podcast. I would have literally shat my pants. You would have called me later and been like, "How'd you like that joke?" And they'd be like, "Daniel killed himself hours ago, man."
Found him hung in his room. I don't know what happened.
Time of Death puts it before your thread, but I don't know.
Odd.
His cats were eating his toes.
Oh.
Just
he didn't feed
dangling.
him. How bad's the food?
They were like,
dude,
God.
I don't know if I ever brought up that story. Did I ever bring up that story? My mom went to...
Huh?
Sorry, my mom went to Cracker Barrel. And across from Cracker Barrel, there's like some other like restaurant that's like a local thing.
Yeah, the cat toe eating restaurant.
No. There is like... My mom, like, she drove... She texted me this, but she was on her way to Cracker Barrel. And then when she left, there was a bunch of, like... Well, when she got there, there's a bunch of ambulances outside of that restaurant. And she was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then when she, like, was getting out, she saw the coroner's office was there. And they were picking up a body from that restaurant. And my mom was like... Instead of being like, "Oh, something happened there," she was like, "How bad's the food, am I right?" And I'm like, "Dude, someone died. What are you doing?" That was
so
not the time
great.
for bits. Like,
turns
what?
to the camera, just like, "Well,
dude." Christ,
Mom. You hear applause from somewhere. You're like,
"Oh, hey."
That's so funny of your mom.
Anyway, back to crypto.
Anyway, yeah, back to Hawk Tuah coin. Oh,
she's so awesome.
Dude.
God bless her.
Man, where even is she now?
She just made a return video like 2 days ago.
Dude, why do you know this? I was asking rhetoristically. I was just assuming.
It was going viral on Twitter, dude.
On Twitter, yeah. Okay,
on X. Fucking calls it
on
that.
X is Twitter still
Elon.
going?
I mean, people call it Twitter. Like, oh, are you asking like the site as a whole, or
like the memes are still running?
Oh, dude, it's great. I love Twitter. I mean, like, I'm not crazy about the owner, but like, I feel like what's the other one?
The owner personally.
Yeah, me too. But what's the? Because there's like Threads, and then there's another one. What's the BlueSky?
Oh, BlueSky, yeah. Dude, everyone was going crazy for that, and for some reason, I don't care. I don't want anything to do with it. What?
Respectfully. I just like where you worded that. I just don't care.
Literally everyone I know in their story was like, follow me on BlueSky, and I felt bad. I ignored every single fucking one of them. I don't have one. The only reason I made a Threads is because it said it just like with one click it like automatically mirrored your Instagram stuff, and I was like, well, that's fucking easy as shit. But like, I just don't feel like making another profile.
It's owned by Instagram. Not that I didn't care for it. I just remember everyone, they said like when they got BlueSky, all of like the content on there was like, you know, the DreamWorks smirk where people are like,
yes.
They said that whole site just felt like that, where it's like, yeah, fucking owned. It's just like, who cares, dude? Just, I don't know. It's fine. I don't know how to describe it, but essentially, like, it's just a bunch of like people being like, I am very badass. The
same type of people, like, yeah,
we owned him. Like, dude, I don't care.
Am I the one? Not saying, part like, of me, not like I'm saying we should just force everybody to like eat misinformation, but like part of me feels concerned that the conservatives have Truth Social and all of their insane conspiracy bullshit, and the liberals have BlueSky, and I'm just like, this just seems like misinformation on all sides. I mean, worse obviously on one side than the other, but I'm like, is this better if everyone just goes to their corners and doesn't look shit up? I don't know.
I like Twitter where it's still a meld of just everything.
Memes.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like, what accounts you follow, but on my Twitter, it's just nonsense. I know you deleted it, but, like, when you did have it. I know I told you, like, follow my account, and then...
Apparently
then
the
saw,
porn
like,
follow dude that drew shit, furry fat-ass balls.
Yeah, that's why I follow.
I should have known when his was at furry-ass big balls. I should have known.
Big balls, furry balls, 82 was not a porn guy. Wow.
No, this isn't a meme page?
No, there is, like, what I get on my feed is just, like, nonsense, and I think that's why I like Twitter so much. That's why I haven't given it up yet. I mean, like, I know Elon's a terrible person, but, like, I'm not, like, paying for, like, Twitter verified. I'm going on there giggling. I don't even use Twitter that often, to be honest.
Who the hell is paying for Twitter verified?
More than you'd be surprised. There's always conservatives on there that are like, yeah, they'll pay so they have a blue check mark, and I guess Twitter does a thing where they promote like check marks.
Well, that's Instagram too, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Twitter does the same thing, and people to retaliate, they'll hide whatever replies are made by people with verified accounts, and then they'll DM them like, pay me like $20, I'll unhide your your comment.
No way, does it work?
It works sometimes.
That's insane. That's hilarious. Well, same thing up with Instagram. You can buy the check mark. So when you filter by verified notifications, it's either some singer with 2 million followers or some fucking bro with 300 followers.
A poet.
And you're like, man. Yeah. It's just a guy with a truck. He's verified.
I just got a follower. Yeah, dude, I just got a follower like a comedian from Ireland. And they were verified. And
they have
like, yeah, they laugh. And so like I clicked on the thing because I was like, who's this? And they have like, I don't know. It's a very low number. I'm not trying to diss on them, but like, I was like, why are you verified? Respectfully,
you can diss them. That's fine.
Potato eaters.
I thought.
Oh my god!
Relax.
Hey,
Jesus.
Calm down. Hi, Lively.
Hello, Lively.
How are you doing?
Good, dude. My computer was just resetting for like 30 full minutes.
Awesome.
You just showed me a picture of someone sitting at the base of the ocean, but yeah.
I mean, it's I got on at 6, and now it's 6:31, and I'm like,
I forgot that you're like hours behind.
Right, I was like, you've had 2.5 hours?
2.5 hours, that's crazy.
I went back in time. Oh my gosh. No. I took my little nappy, ate a little granola bar. And then I was like, it's time.
I promise I didn't force her to come on here. Everyone's like, good lord.
No.
Daniel needs to let Julianna fucking, like, eat.
No, I'm good. I ate a full bag of shrimp chips as well.
I ate a whole
You're
bag
in
of raw
preschool?
shrimp.
What is this, nap time? A little snacky?
No snack, my little shrimp. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I'm working the morning shift at work, like the opening shift, so
What
I
time
come
does opening
home,
shift start? Like 4?
4, yeah.
Oh, I'm not even up that early. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I get ready in the morning, and I normally make my breakfast and lunch before I go in. I do my stretching so I can shit, and then
You stretch to shit. I stretch my cheeks open.
Yeah, she goatees in the morning, just like...
I do.
Just gotta pull the hairs apart.
The hair! Oh my
She's exposing you.
I know. I just have like
Damn,
a full
Lively!
mane down there.
It's like a tightly wound harp.
Oh god. Yeah, Malasana is what the stretches are called for getting the toxins out or
You
whatever.
were talking about
Wait, there's a
asshole
name
hairs.
for it?
Yeah. The
Why do
poop
you know
stretches.
it?
Daniel knows the poop stretches?
No.
Oh.
I should, probably.
Never
I
mind.
probably
He
need
has a
them, to be
never
honest.
mind. Yeah, they're great. I drink my poop juice in the morning.
You drink your poop?
I
I
drink
got so
my-
scared. I'm like, dude, who are
Yeah.
we? Who is this?
I do my poop stretches
What did you do with
and then I
Lively?
eat my poop, and the cycle continues.
Imagine going to work out, meeting this girl that just did poop
I
stretches and
smell
drink.
like shit.
Wake up,
juice.
take a shit, eat breakfast,
Eat the shit.
get out of bed.
Get all in bed. Yeah, I roll up. This week, so like the lady who's normally the opener is like a middle-aged lady, so everybody's like, "Where's Jessica?" Like when I walk in, and I'm like, "Good morning to you too." Yeah,
Good morning.
Like, yeah.
Your gym is so weird. I hate
Yeah,
it.
they're great. I cleaned shit off the wall yesterday for the
Man.
first time.
Oh, we are
So,
so
like,
back.
Was it
We
that
are
woman?
so
I'm
back.
not full
I'm
of
so
shit
back.
anymore. It's out.
Women's bathroom too, surprisingly. That one was the
Ooh.
women's. Yeah, somebody
Someone had
just
an episode.
smeared it
Ooh.
right. Yeah,
Oh, you mean
smeared
actually
it right on
smeared?
the partition. Yeah, they smeared it right on the partition. I was
Like
like, dang.
handprint and everything? Oh.
Yep, the handprint, the fingers.
You're joking.
Yep.
No. No. Oh my
Yep.
gosh. Kill
You think
that
it was
person.
purposely, or they just had it on their hand and they're like, I
You
have
know,
to.
They
I
got up from
think-
the stall.
I
Fuck,
feel
did
like
it again.
they were trying to send a message from like, oh, your toilet
What?
paper's so thin. Like they accidentally gripped it like when wiping or something,
Okay,
and they're
but
like,
are you
I'm
truly
mad
sending
now,
a
I'm gonna wipe
message
it.
of- I don't know, personally, like, is
Dude,
that
our
really
toilet
sending a
paper-
message?
No, our toilet paper's so
Amber
shit,
Heard
like,
goes to
it's-
fucking Seattle.
I showed up,
Planet
you
Fitness.
smell.
Yeah, and then they use our equipment after, right? That's nasty.
Oh, dude, don't say
Dude,
that. I didn't
there's
think of
shit
that.
everywhere at this Planet
Yeah.
Fitness. Ew.
I
The girl
told
shit, the
you guys
wall shit.
before when we did our training and stuff. It's
Where's
like,
this at?
Fuck off.
yeah,
God
you know,
damn it.
dumbbells at the gym have more like bacteria than a toilet seat, so that's what they taught us during the cleaning training stuff.
Well-
So definitely, if you use dumbbells at the gym, wash your hands like immediately.
Rub my eyes immediately.
Actually, there's not actually poop on every
Dude, my boss today was like, "What's your thoughts on the current Kennedy?" I'm just sitting there trying to work and check people in. and I'm
Leave
like,
me alone.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, I know. My
juice
boss
to
is
get-
like, yeah. My boss is like, "What are you up to today?" And I'm like, "Oh, I have my podcast." I'm like, "This man's never gonna listen to it, so I don't even mind saying this stuff." This man does not
This
care.
is the one he listens to.
Oh my gosh,
There's poop
yeah.
everywhere?
Oh, he knows there was poop because he was
he
like,
did it.
yeah. Well, he was like, the regional manager
I'm
is
gonna
coming
poop in the
in.
women's bathroom.
Yeah.
This was
So
a
he-
test for you. You noticed my hand? It matches my handprint.
Big ass giant
Identify,
handprint
identify.
in the women's bathroom. Yeah,
A fucking
no.
Hulk hand.
Yeah, he was
The
like,
tile's like.
he's like, the regional manager is coming in about like an hour and a half. Is everything good in the women's bathroom? Because she's a lady, so that's the bathroom she can inspect. So I was like, oh, No, it's not.
Actually, no.
Couldn't have been worse, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it in there. It wasn't there when I opened, or else I would have cleaned when I opened.
So someone woke up, held their shit, came in first thing in the morning.
Yeah, it was probably around like 10:30. Somebody did it about that time, because I have to regularly do bathroom checks, because like so many people go in there.
So many people smear their shit on the walls with
their
bare
you gotta
fucking
make sure
hands.
there's not nasty stuff all the time, and you gotta clean the like hair out of the showers every like other hour or whatever.
Oh,
so,
dude.
Like,
oh,
did I send you that one giant bush? Did I send you when the person left a full bush in the shower? Please show that photo. Please, like, put the photo. Somebody, their whole bush.
Just one clean swing with a hatchet and just full bush like laid.
The full bush just sitting there. I was like, no.
Like a dryer sheet, just full of.
It was crazy. And then there was badges still in there.
They forgot to put it back on.
Did you send this in the last week?
It was like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Like they left badges
Then
still
I
in the little like cubby thing where you put your soap too. I was like, she was doing the everything shower.
Since I went on vacation, I've been behind on the like videos in the chat. So if it's in the last, I didn't see it.
Dude, I will resend it right now because in that day
I saved
too,
it. It's my wallpaper.
I sent it to my assistant manager like in a text, so I have it.
Oh my gosh!
I was like, look what I was greeted with this morning. He was like,
someone leave their pet behind?
This bathroom is filled with shit smears and bush.
So this guy who comes in to tan every day, he comes in and he starts yelling his number ID at you instead of just scanning in like everybody else. He just
197468999.
Yes. He's like 206, and then I was like helping somebody cancel.
He's like, what?
Yeah. I was helping some, and he walks in like holding his like little tanning goggles, and every day he walks in like a little fucking weasel, like he's like holding it like this. Yeah, this crazy old guy. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
who
how
the fuck left the weasel.
So he just starts yelling like his number at you, and I was like, oh, one moment. You know, I'm helping. Yeah, I was like, I'm helping somebody cancel. And she needed 2 memberships canceled. It was like her husband's and hers, so she had to sign on his behalf. So I had to talk to them. I had to talk to her for like a full minute, and then the guy was like, oh, you know, like standing behind her, and it's like, dude, if you just got your app out and scanned it, like you could just walk and go. I wouldn't have to type your name and everything, and like, you know, but
old people
refuse
to do that.
Yeah, they
really don't.
Oh, you know, you don't even know my first day, like being the opener, how many old people, like the opener in the morning, she never really had to do very much because there was a cleaner there. Mm-hmm. So now in the morning, I have to do the like customer service job and the cleaner job at the same time, and it's really hard to balance.
At least,
yeah, it's really hard to balance both of them. So I'm like just really busy, like drenched in sweat, like like running around the gym.
Drenched
basically.
in sweat. Just finished my poop smoothie.
Yeah,
terrible.
Yeah, and so. Really busy, right? But like normally this lady who does the customer service in the morning, there's not like a crazy crowd in the morning, so she's just gotten in this habit of like getting to know all the regulars and memorizing all their names and like phone numbers, and like she has nothing else to do. So these people come in and they're like when they're up at the front, and I'm like, hello, how can I help you?
Don't you know who I am?
Yes. No, that's how they are. And I'm like, no. And then I'm like, can I get your phone number? And they're like,
George!
No. Yeah. And I'm like,
that's not a number.
Yeah, right. And then they're like, yeah, and they're like, I don't know. And they're like, can't you just put down my name? And I'm like, I'm sorry,
what the fuck is that?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, genuinely, I stopped one of the guys because I was like, hey, sir, it's unfair to me to like have your name like recognize like in the nighttime when I'm the closer, I see hundreds of people, so I'm not like familiar with everybody's name. I'm sorry about that. Like, I don't recognize your name yet. I'm not familiar with it. And then he's like, and I'm like, you don't know your name either? Like, you don't. Yeah, exactly. I was like, what's your phone number?
Where am I?
So he kept trying to say his phone number over and over again, and I was typing it into the system, and I was like, nothing is pulling up. I'm sorry.
911.
Right.
You're like, no, that's not it. I don't think that's it.
I just let him go in because I recognized he was a regular, and I was like, okay, whatever, right? And then the next day I remembered what his name was, and I was like, okay, I'll get it down. And so, like, when he came back out of the massage chairs, he was like, oh, you know that number I was giving you? That was my social security number. And he was just yelling it in the gym over and over again. I typed it like 7 separate times. I was like,
I am giving you my social security number.
It would be a shame if my identity was used for other purposes.
I know, right?
Me,
I was like,
George Smith.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, well, try not to give that number out to people, okay? And then he's like, you wouldn't be able to do anything with it anyways.
747.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, that's all good.
I said that so fast, no one could ever get it.
Yeah, no, I
couldn't even find a pen and paper to write it down.
You couldn't even find a quill and ink that quickly.
Yeah,
sir.
Yeah. So there's so many like regulars who were like that, who just like they were staring at me, and I was like, "Sorry, phone number," and they're like, "You don't remember me, you don't remember my name," and it's like, I have to know your first and last name and the spelling on it, my man. Like I have to know the exact spelling, and you all have like random last names that are like German and weird.
You don't know Fidorkowski? You don't know how to spell that?
Yeah. You know Zekakowskowitz? Come on.
Yeah, there's like Mr. Mickelbust, and it's not how you would expect it to be spelled.
He's not real.
It's not how you would expect it to be spelled.
That's a puppet name. That's not real.
It's MYK.
Oh, here we go, kids. Mr. Mickelburst.
So,
76513.
Oh yeah, but the tanning weasel man. He wanted back in the tanning booth as he does every day, and that's all he does is he comes in and just tans and immediately leaves. And so I was like, hey, just to warn you, like, yep, that's how he stands. That's how he stands while I set it up. And he's like, all right, well, can you put me back there? You know, one of my coworkers says he looks kind of like he looks kind of like Mark Hamill. I
can't believe Mark Hamill goes to your shitty ass.
I know, yeah.
He's losing.
No, this guy's more weaselly. He definitely is more weaselly.
He's method acting.
Yeah. I don't know what he's getting ready for, but it's crazy cool.
All right, bud.
Ice Age 6, dude.
The way he sounds is kind of like him, like the gravelly voice and stuff. Yeah, you know. So he wanted the tanning booth, and I was like, oh, just to let you know, like somebody said there was like an error screen on there, so if there's an error message that pops up, just come right back right away, and I'll try to put you on a different tanning bed, okay? So just let me know. And then he's like, okay. And so I'm like cleaning the windows outside, and he's walking back to the counter, and I see him just standing at the counter and looking at me from outside the window, and I'm like, okay. So then I come back inside the gym, and I'm like, hi, did it not work for you? Because he had like a 12-minute session, and he came back like 5 minutes later, and I was like, shit. He
also had his balls out.
Yeah.
You told me to come.
I told you that one time this guy came out fully oiled up with his tanning oil just in his skivvies. He's like, hey, the machine didn't start. And then there were people like, that man is in his underwear.
His bare feet just splashing oil on the floor.
Yeah, they were. He's like a 5 foot, like, no, he's like 4'10", this guy as well. And so he came out. This guy's very funny. Yeah, he just came right out. Like, so some people, if like their machine isn't working, or like they're like, whatever,
I can't wait to get old, I'm sorry.
like they don't care. Like normally if their hydro lounge doesn't turn on, or one of their massage things don't turn on, they just call the front and they're like, hey, it didn't turn on, and we'll just like manually do it for them. But this guy, he didn't call and say, hey, can you like turn on the tanning bed? He just walked right out. He walked right out in the skivvies. I was like, oh wow, okay. Hey Bob.
Hey, from this angle you can see my left testicle.
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
Bob.
Oh wow. Yeah. So tanning weasel man comes back out. He starts yelling at me right away, like immediately. He's like, I don't understand why you would make like a customer go back and test it out for you to figure out if it's working or not, and why you wouldn't go there and take care of it yourself. When it's like, I can't go back in the back hallways when I'm busy manning the front. I can only clean stuff in the lobby because I need to be present at the front. And so I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like I didn't want to like start the tanning process if I wasn't going to be hopping in there and tanning myself. So I just never got a chance to go back there. And my boss said, that was my problem right there. I took blame. He said, never take blame, always blame the company or somebody else. And I was like, what? Yeah. That's literally what they say in training not to do, like the opposite of what they told us in our training. Yeah. So my boss was like,
never take accountability.
My boss was like, I noticed that customers yell at you like a lot more than everyone else. I think and he's like,
let's
I'm not
do nothing about that.
Yeah, he's like, I noticed it's not the way you conduct yourself, it's the way you take responsibility for things. So just like, don't do that, so they don't have anyone to blame and get mad at, right? Amen. So I'm like, oh, okay. That's just like a hard.
I feel like that's not a good solution.
Yeah, that's not a good.
I disagree, because it's not your fault in the first
they're going to
place.
Start getting more mad at her though. If she's going to say, "Well, it's your problem."
Well, clearly it's working for other people.
That sounds like a you problem, man. And then they're like.
So Julianna switches and she doesn't take blame. They yell at her just the amount that they were before, and his boss is like, "Oh, maybe they just fucking hate you. I don't fucking know."
I don't know. It's really hard because I feel like I have a lot of integrity. Like, I have no problem taking accountability if it's like my fault. Like in that instance, I didn't break the tanning machine, but I also didn't fix it. So I said I didn't have a chance to get back to fix it. And so my boss was like, nah, don't say that. So I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'll just walk away when they have complaints or something. I don't know what to say, but so
just
he
say
came
the
back.
Company hasn't fixed it yet, and then they're like, "What company?" And you're like, "I don't fucking know."
Yeah, well, I did tell him, like, he was like, so what this guy said when he was yelling at me was, if you don't know how to handle your own equipment and take care of your equipment, you shouldn't be employed here. And I was like, thank you for the feedback. All right, I'll try to get you on another one, right? And then he's like, you should get in trouble for this. I'm not going to get you in trouble, but you should. I literally turned to him. This is like the first instance I've been rude to a customer. I was like, oh, and I also don't have to put in my own personal tanning code for you to put you on another machine right now because yours was already in use. And he's like, should I go somewhere else? What, you want me to go to another club? And I was like, oh, your tanning code was already used for the day, so you wouldn't even be able to use it at another location. You can only use it once every 24 hours. So it'll be booth number 6 for you back there. Booth number 6. He was trying to like talk over me, and I was like, booth number 6, my man. And he's like, okay. He's like, okay. And yeah, and so then like this lady came back around who's like a regular, and she's like, geez, that man was like a toddler. And I was like, yeah, that's the nature
anyway,
of
you're
customer
a bitch
service.
because my washclods aren't clean.
There's poop on my hands.
I can't go just poop off my hands because you're dirty laundry. Wipe it off!
Yeah, the lady who was a regular, she's super nice. She's like an older woman. Then she's like, we don't need another grumpy old man. Like, she's like, we got enough of those. Why is he just yelling at you like a toddler? And I was like, I know.
That's why I voted for Trump. You're like,
yeah. Oh, so many of my regulars and just like the senior members, very big, Trump fans. There's this couple who comes in regularly. They're an older couple. They're very nice. Jack and Doris. They're like in their late 70s. They're like super in shape because they work out all the time.
212 North.
But no, they're very nice. So I'm not saying any last names. I'm not saying anything is nobody's gonna be exposed. But yeah, so she has like a little
Jack and Forrest.
Yeah, she has like a little like pin that's like rainbow beads on like her jacket that she comes in wearing every day before she takes it off to go work out. They wear like rain jackets and stuff because they walk from like the little old home that's right down the street. A lot of people from the gym come right from that complex and walk in.
This makes a lot of sense. I didn't know there was an old person
does.
thing right there. Oh my
there
God,
are
no
so
wonder
many.
Your place sucks.
Their pre-workout is like walking there from the facility. Mm-hmm. So they come in and they're super nice, and I don't know, I just always assumed they were like all our other like very conservative older members, but like they came in and I was like, you guys do anything fun for the weekend, because I'm small talk with the regulars all the time, right? And they're like, nothing this weekend. No, they're like, nothing this weekend, but we're going to the big protest happening next weekend. And I was like, oh, snap. And they're like, yeah, we want to get out there. We want to be loud and show our, and I was like, yeah, get out there, get your voices heard. I was like so shocked that like these people like almost in their 80s want to go out and like
nice
protest
old couple
stuff.
is the liberal
one.
one?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, there's surprisingly, there's quite a few like nice old couples, but yeah, I just kind of assumed everybody. I didn't expect them to be like that, like vocal, like that they were going to protest and stuff. Because it's like not even I'm.
What's the
going
protest?
To stuff,
Oh, it's the anti-gay protest. It's like, oh, okay.
That's why I'm wearing my rainbow necklace. I'm gonna rip it apart.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, oh man.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna smear shit on the wall.
I know. I don't know if I should be saying this like on the podcast in case
no.
my boss watches this one, but I did get in trouble last week. My boss was like the way my boss like confronted me with it was like, "So, you're not in trouble, but," and I was like, "Oh, brother, that means I'm fucking in trouble, my man." And he's like, well, I made that maybe off-color joke the other day, and I was like, There was some Border Patrol agents in full tactical gear in the parking lot, and a member and him were joking about our assistant manager needed to look out because he is Mexican, right? And I told the assistant manager, right? And the assistant manager brought it up with him because he's like, who was the regular who made that joke about me? And my boss was like, oh, the regular didn't make that joke. I did. And so the assistant manager was like, oh. And so my boss was like, yeah, I think he just made stuff awkward because, like, I just don't want him to think I'm talking shit behind his back because I'd want him to know that I would make that joke to his face. So that's really what I want to get down here. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, okay. Yeah. I was like, that's all good. I was like, no, I told him the joke because I thought it was funny. I thought it was so funny.
As you should, because it was funny.
Yeah,
Dude,
right. No, my
on,
boss
these people
just says
aren't
stuff
real.
like that, like, oh, kitty. My boss just says stuff like that, like, constantly. So, like, we're used to it and stuff. But that one in particular, I was like, My other coworkers were even like, ooh, who like, they say some crazy stuff, and they know that one wasn't fantastic because of my assistant manager's, like, family history and stuff. And it's just like, that's a little too personal to be making jokes about, my man. And like two members, like, just like out. I feel like that's unprofessional to just like talk about with members, but yeah, that's where I'm working. So I am currently trying to find another job.
Awesome.
Mr. Boss, if you're
it
seeing
for a
this.
while. Yeah, Mr. Boss. I think he knows. Like everyone is planning on leaving because the way they're changing stuff right now is just doo-doo. So I could afford the Gaga tickets. Ooh,
There you go.
I got him.
You got him?
I got him.
Oh my god.
Abracadabra, abra-abu-la-la.
I'm gonna learn the dance. I will.
You got
I'll
general
learn the
admission or like seated?
It's like kind of floor seats.
Oh,
So yeah, it's like eight rows back from like her little walkway thing.
You need little
You
stilts.
got that
huh?
close?
Yep.
Dude, that's nuts.
So
Oh
I
my
got like
gosh.
the
Not the completely,
pre-sale thing.
Yeah,
because they
how
were
much
doing
were
it
they?
through like Citibank and like close to $900. But I'm willing to spend it.
In Lively's defense of Daft Punk toured, I would probably spend upwards of
Yeah,
like
I was
1,000.
like, I have
Oh
been
yeah,
trying
no
to see
shame
her
to you at all.
since
That's
I was
just,
12. So I was
Yeah.
like, to be fair,
Have you
I've
seen
been
her
trying
live
to
at
see her
all?
for like 15. Nope, never.
Oh, you haven't?
So,
Really?
So I've been, my
you
parents
deserve
promised me in like 2000. When was it? 2011 or something? When was
God.
Art Pop? When was the Art Pop ball?
Just imagine your parents promising anything.
My parents were like, if you get straight A's, we'll let you go to
That
this
was like
concert.
2014.
I
believe.
got straight A's, and they didn't get me the tickets because they were like,
Why?
this show is like inappropriate.
Oh,
And so I was
that's
like,
fair.
no.
I wanted to go see her when it was like the Monster Ball, I believe, is like the tour.
Oh,
that
the
she
OG,
advertised.
the OG.
And my mom she looked into it and she was like, the trailers that they made, she was like, these look a little intense. Let's not.
Yeah, that was why my parents. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, the art pop one was like really like. That was when she was like, she did like the Swine song, and it was like she was kind of going crazy when doing performances for that. Like she was like screaming, and people were like throwing up on stage and doing like crazy stuff, and my parents were
I
like,
remember that.
My parents were like, no. And I was like, no, you don't understand. You don't understand.
You don't get
the
me,
vision.
Mom.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
love grow
division.
up on stage.
It's art.
Shut up.
It's art.
I remember. I forgot about the person that would throw up on stage.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
There was
a little
this is
intense.
all new to me.
There's
Somebody
a
help me out
painter.
here.
There's a painter. Like I
Yep.
don't know if they're still around, but there's a
Yep.
painter
paint
that
with
would
their
paint.
vomit?
But yeah, they would drink paint and then
onto
throw
a
it out.
canvas.
No, there's not.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
want to know.
And Gaga brought him on.
Yeah,
tour, I guess.
yeah. So my parents heard about that, and like,
Isn't that bulimia or something?
they were wearing like very skimpy outfits. So she would chug milk before, so it would be yeah. It was disgusting. I saw a video on it. Yeah, I was like, huh.
I remember that. Dude, that's like a memory like locked away. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Dude,
So that
you could
was
honestly. It's April 1st. Are you not? You're not fucking with me, yeah?
No, this is real.
Yeah,
I
nobody
swear on my
wished
life.
us a happy
You can
April
find it on
Fool's
YouTube.
Day? What the fuck?
Skrillex gave us a whole album that has 30 or 40 something
Wait, really?
songs. Yes,
Who did?
it's insane.
40?
Yes, everything like unreleased from like 2011 onward. He put together like a giant mixtape, and he gave
That's
it to
kind
us.
of
It's
sick.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, I was
It's
like,
crazy.
wow.
It's like
Who was
that's
it?
people. Skrillex.
Oh, cool.
Happy April Fool's Day.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's like, dude, he canceled
Whoa.
April Fool's because yesterday he's like, oh, I have an album coming out tomorrow. It's everything like
And everyone's like, very
backlog,
funny.
and they're like, oh, okay, buddy. And then he just dropped it. He
Funny.
leaked it. He sent me an email at like 11 something, and it had like a little.
Only
No. It was not just me. Like, whatever it was. But like, it
He
was a preview of all these
personally
little. Yeah, he's like, hey Nick, listen to this.
Mr. Ochoa, here.
Check out this some heat right here, man.
No, dude, he dropped like a trailer, and then like he gave it to his fans. Like he just leaked his own album like yesterday at night at like 10 o'clock. And everyone's going nuts. All over Twitter, people are like, dude, I had like
Whoa.
leaks of this on my MP3 player. This is nuts.
The
Everyone's saying
MP3
like,
player.
yeah, because it's all like stuff from like
Vintage.
2011, 2012.
Yeah, I was
it's
like,
crazy.
oh, that's actually sick. That's so awesome.
It's
that's-
so good. That's what I've been playing. Oh, he also got the guy who does like the Shadow Wizard Money Gang, like those like
Yeah.
tags. Like narrates everything.
I'm like conditioned
You're like,
to
"That's
say it
not
out
real."
loud when I hear it now.
Yeah. No, we love casting spells. Like he got that guy to do all the tags. So all throughout the album, there's like 60 tags.
pussy.
Yeah, Nuke Radio. Yeah, that's in there too. Like there's so many
I love
memes in
it.
there. Like, dude, just check it out. There's so many like just bullshit. Like Skrillex is dead. Listen to the song and we'll show you the body. Like it's so dumb. Like, I forgot that like Skrillex is like a meme guy at the end of the day. Oh, dude, I want to see him live. I hope he tours one more time. But I think this is like people are saying that, or they're speculating this is like the end of Skrillex. So like that's why he just released everything that he has as like a backlog. I hope it's not true, but like, because dude, I've been listening.
Maybe he'll do a farewell tour then.
Maybe, but also I don't want it to end. I've been listening to that guy since I was in middle school. Like, look, you know how many years that's been? That's insane.
Yeah,
it was.
I feel like Lady Gaga is doing kind of like the end of.
Don't say
Like,
that.
yeah,
Don't
like
say
no,
that.
she'll
that'd be
probably
sad.
still be doing stuff, but I don't think she's gonna be like releasing a ton
Yeah,
of
like,
music for like a
regularly.
while. Yeah, exactly. I mentioned the interviews where she's like, "Oh, what's next for Gaga?" And she's like, "Oh, I want to have kids," and I'm like, "No."
This just in: 5'10" girl destroys Lady Gaga's uterus.
Yeah,
Dude, it just makes me so sad that like artists have to age. I know that sounds like
I know.
self-absorbed.
Why can't you be
but-
immortal?
Yeah, dude, like
you're
we
not
can just
real
be around
people.
for forever.
You're
That's how
icons.
much.
You're
That's
not
how
human.
much Nick loves music. That if he was gifted the gift of immortality, he'd give it to Daft Punk.
I would.
He wouldn't even
It's
take
like
it for himself.
it's like the songs
fine.
themselves. They don't age and they exist as themselves.
It's
But
what
the
I've been
artist,
listening to my
yeah,
whole
it's like the
life.
artist has to
Stop.
keep aging, and I'm like, no,
That kills me,
you
dude.
can't.
This is
Dude,
it's
even
fun
Trump.
though. Like,
Trump was like, "I'm unleashing the tariff plan on 4/2. I don't want people to think it's a joke coming out 4/1." And we're like, dude, everyone already fucking thinks that shit you say is a joke. Fucking wait until 4/2 because of April Fool's Day. I hate
that's
this.
so dumb.
That'll
But you-
look more professional.
Yeah,
But
it'll
a
look
couple
professional to
things.
take down democracy if we do it not on April Fool's Day.
A couple things. You mentioned like celebrities getting older, and I just thought of something. You guys are not going to relate. I know you guys aren't. Did you guys go to the circus as a kid?
No.
Yeah,
Lively, you did. Did you see
Yeah.
Warner Brothers as a kid?
yeah.
See who?
Do you remember? Because I've only went twice, and only 1 year this guy was there. Did you go during the time where they had a clown that had like a foot tall like hair? His name was like the Hair Devil or something. I don't know if you remember that.
I went when I was super young. All I
Okay.
remember was I still have this cup where it's like
a tiger like head, and it pops open, and I had like a slushy thing in it, and my brother accidentally dumped his all over the people in front of us. We were so mad, and my parents were so embarrassed.
They blamed it on you.
So that's what I remember the most from
knocked
it.
it over.
Yeah, John was literally like 3 or something stupid, like 4 maybe, and he was like, ooh, and fumbled the whole slushy all over the people.
Dude, can you imagine cold slushy down your back at the circus? Oh.
It was early, yeah, it was early in the show too, so we're like,
Dude, stop.
sorry, the hair freak.
Hair devil. It was just like
yeah.
a clown. But like he did like stunts and shit, whatever. He was on America's Got Talent like a few years ago. That's the crazy part. I saw him in it.
I remember you.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh my god, because I loved him. I had like a weird like hyperfixation on this one little clown character. I was like drawing him in school and stuff. He popped up on
Clown
Facebook.
boy.
His name is Bello Knock. That's his actual like,
Just
stage
call
name.
him Clown Boy.
Clown boy. But
That's a
like
good name,
no,
though.
Bello Knock. That's like the guy's name. He has a show now, like in general. I think it's in Wisconsin Dells or something. But like a post came up on my Facebook feed, and I have not followed this man. I have not seen him since I was a kid. He's so old now, and it made me like actually sad. I'm like, and he's still
Doing the flips and stuff.
well, he's still doing it, and he's like probably like in his 50s now. But it's like, he's old.
Good for him. And he still has like the clown makeup,
He's
but it's like wrinkled
well, he doesn't
now.
wear the clown makeup. It's crazy. I think before he had like a red nose. Now he doesn't have it, but it's like still like. He still has the hair though. I don't know if it's a wig or not, but like it looks like it says.
Is it just Tobin Bell?
It's not Tobin Bell. Oh, that one scene where he's like trying to be young and they gave him like a sideways cap.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite memes of all time. That like someone was like the caption's like Marvel like de-aging people and Saw just put a backwards hat on 65-year-old Tobin Bell.
He's like in his like 30s or something. How old is
And
he
his
supposed
voice
to be?
doesn't match either, so he's like, "What's up, kids?" Like, oh my god, how's it going? How's it going? Looking cool.
Alright, really quick. You brought up Tobin Bell. I don't know if Daniel, if you heard the news, they canceled the next Saw. I don't know if you saw that.
They what? No. Which is actually kind of surprising because I thought Saw 10 did really well in theaters.
It did.
I think it did, yeah.
Why'd they cancel it then, huh? Maybe he just...
I don't know.
They don't want free money?
They're at a standstill.
Maybe he can't do it.
Well, no, they said there was like production issues with... It was like 2 different teams. I read up on it, but they said it's at a standstill. They pushed back the date because remember it was supposed to be last year that it came out, and then they pushed it to this year for it to come out, and then they dropped.
And now
it.
they're just not going to anymore.
Dude, Saw 10 made $112 million.
$1,000. No wonder they canceled the
I
next
can
one.
see what's going on.
That's not great.
So 112 million worldwide. That's crazy.
That's
Considering
really
their budget's
good.
probably fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Wild.
It makes me sad
just-
that like only the legacy things are what really draws in crowds. I feel like there's no big franchise getting started.
Right. It
No.
sucks so much that like no new movies just like people don't want to see.
Nostalgia bait.
It is, and it's so annoying. Like I saw
And I
Death
love
of
it.
the
Don't get me
Unicorn
wrong,
the
but
other
also
day.
like
Well,
Wait,
no
what'd you say?
one goes to the original movies that are coming out that could
Yeah,
start a franchise.
that's- yeah,
I'm trying.
exactly.
I've been trying to see Death of a Unicorn for 2 days straight. The first day I was going.
I need to see
Got
it
Goddamn
to
too.
it.
tornado.
Yes, and then another time. Again, the second time I tried to go, we got another tornado.
Oh.
Yes. I'm
Yeah,
like,
we
"Damn,
got
I
invited.
can't
We got
wait."
invited to a screening of that one, and we were on vacation. I was like, so hopefully we'll
See, I
this week.
enjoyed it. Like it was a fun watch. It was funny, and the theater was completely empty. It was
That's
opening.
so
And
sad.
then people
Weekend.
complain, we don't have original movies.
Yes, all the
it was-
time.
It was the
Mickey
opening
17
weekend
theaters empty.
at. Yeah, it was a 7:45 showing on a Saturday night.
And it was
Empty.
empty.
Oh,
That's insane.
Completely empty. It was just me and my brother and his friends that we hung out during the day.
And then studios
then-
don't want to take risks because
Yeah.
look how it performed.
Yeah, and my brother was like his friend was like, yeah, Jenna Ortega does like good in movies and stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, but like that's like stuff that she's already part of like a franchise for. Like she
Yeah.
was in like Scream, and then like X is
Wednesday.
now something, and then
X.
Wednesday, and then Beetlejuice. They're like existing
Oh fuck,
like
yeah,
entities
Beetlejuice.
already.
Good
So
Lord, she
yeah,
is
so
typecast.
yeah, it's stuff that's already like existing. Yeah, so yeah, it's so unfortunate that I'm like, man, Nobody wants to give any movies a chance right now. Like, I want to see Novocaine too. Like,
Novocaine was great.
It was good. Yeah, I wanted to see that. So
Jack Quaid's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I can only see him as like the boys guy now. Though I feel like he's always like he's the goober
villain. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like the goober like hero.
Wasn't Jack
kind
Quaid in
of
one of the Scream movies, or am I just thinking of someone else?
Yes, he was.
He was? Okay.
Yeah.
I
Spoiler.
haven't seen. Yeah. Oh, spoiler.
Anyway, no.
He's
What
just
have
in
you
the
seen?
movie.
Companion? Have you seen Companion yet? Either of you?
No, that looked interesting too.
You should really see Companion.
Yeah, I wanted to see that
really
one.
Good. That one.
Yeah, he's
was
like
probably one of the best
the bad
original
guy.
movies I've seen this year.
Yeah, I wanted to see that one.
But
He's
don't
like,
look up any trailers if you don't know what it's about. It's so much better to get the reveal
Too late.
halfway into the movie.
too late.
Yeah, Nick, you might know already. I didn't know anything about it, so I was like, oh, cool. I thought it was really
That's so
cool.
insane that you do that. Like, I cannot
It
fathom
works!
doing that.
No, and
I know it
It's
works,
so hard
just
to
like-
avoid, though. It's so
Literally,
hard.
Well, especially
It's
because
everywhere.
I have so many
Yeah.
internet profiles. I'm amazed that I even like.
That's what I'm saying,
amazed
like,
that it happens.
Yeah,
I've been
like
scrolling
ads
on
just pop up
Instagram.
to me all the time. Like I don't even know what I'm watching until it's like too late, and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I just
And
saw a trailer.
I shit you not. It makes every movie I see at least like half a star higher, like if not more. Like there's
I
a movie
believe that.
called The Interview. The Invitation. I knew nothing about this
it's like
movie. I
the-
genuinely knew so little about it that I thought it was a
Interview
different
with
movie.
James Franco.
Yeah, that's what I
Not
was
The
thinking.
Interview. The Invitation. And I literally thought it was a different movie. And I got in there and like I enjoyed it. And like there was a reveal that happens that I was like, oh, cool. But every review that I saw was like, this was so
already knew.
boring. We knew it was coming because it was in the trailer. And I was like, oh, well, fucking no wonder no one fucking enjoyed it. It wasn't a great
Yeah.
movie or anything, but I mean, I had a good time. Like,
You're
it's
like,
cheesy. It was,
I
It
know
was
the
shit, but I
now.
mean, I enjoyed it.
But
it was
a
shit, but
fun
I ate
watch.
it. The Monkey was really good. Nick, I don't know
My
if you've
brother
seen that
liked
one
that.
yet. That's the horror
He said it was
movie.
funny.
It's
He said it was
technically
funny.
not original because it's based on a Stephen King thing, but it was really funny. I thought it was funny. Black Bag is a spy thriller that was new from the guy that did
I
Ocean's
saw
11.
that
was good.
like at the theater right next to me, and I was like, "What the hell is Black Bag? I've never even heard of this." And then my brother looked it up, and it
not
got
a
like
great
amazing. It got like amazing reviews, and I was like, "It's just a movie about a bag." And then like yeah, and then he's like, "The reviews are really good. Maybe we should watch it." And I was like,
I
"Oh,
really enjoyed
okay."
it. It's like it's like one of those like you know, jazz, sexy spy thriller type movies.
Noir.
Yeah, noir. Thank you. Bob Trevino Likes It is one that was when I got a screener for that. There was like 80 people on Letterboxd that had seen it, which means it wasn't even out yet. That's like that was really fucking good, and that's John Leguizamo and Barbie. What's her name from? What's the drugs
Euphoria?
show with Euphoria? Thank you.
Yeah, Barbie
Drugs.
Ferreira or whatever.
Narcos?
True.
Yeah, I've heard
Breaking
Narcos
Bad?
is really good.
You want to hear something interesting? My cousin's like 4-year-old. She loves Moana, right, and all the princesses and stuff. Anyways, she was saying that the Moana movie like changed her perspective of like aging and mortality. This was not the intention of the film or anything that was like a major theme in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But because her daughter realized that she's like, wait, the grandma dies in Moana. And then she's like, that means my grandma's gonna die. So like she had like an epiphany.
Shit.
What? Yeah, right? And so like her birthday is in 2 weeks. And my cousin was like, what do you want to do for your birthday? And she's like, I don't want to have a birthday because that means I'm aging. Yeah, no, because not because she's gonna die. Because she's like, that means I'm aging.
She will die.
That means grandma's getting closer to dying. And she's like, so I don't want to have a birthday. And I was like,
old is this
oh
kid?
my gosh, she's going to be turning 5 this month. I was like,
Wait. The one that said
She
grandma's
opened-
gonna die is
she
25?
no,
No.
she's 5. She's 5.
She didn't know this?
Thank God. I thought you said she was 25. I was like, oh, she's just fucking stupid.
She's 5.
I'm so shocked. Thank you.
No, this was at my brother's 25th birthday, actually.
Thank you.
She said
Thank you,
that.
thank
So
you.
this
so, like-
movie enabled like sentience in your...
Yeah, it did. So like, yeah, so like my brother,
baby.
he had like he had the candles, and then like two of the girls are 2, so we just relit the candles and had them blow it out for fun, and then this girl, the 4-year-old's about to be turning 5, so we gave her the 5 candle, and we're like, this is gonna be you, if really soon, right? And she was like, no, God, no. And we were like, yeah, we were like, wait, what's wrong? Why is she tweaking? And my cousin was like, because of Moana. And I was like, what do you mean, Moana?
She didn't even die on screen.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what do you mean, Moana? Wait, what do you mean? And she's like, yeah, Moana made her realize mortality, so don't show it to your children, I guess.
Well, welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Hello, welcome.
Oh boy, we got Spotify comments. We got if you hit the little link below in our I don't just kill me, I guess. If you hit the link in our description of our podcast episode, you can send us mail that we can read sometimes if we fucking remember, or we can just read.
We get like physical mail.
Yeah, every time you tap that link, it sends us a physical letter just filled with newspaper clippings like an insane psychopath.
Nice.
Oh, all right. We had a couple polls that I haven't even read here. I don't even remember what they are. Was it Nick's idea to draw on the fireplace? The options were yes, of course, and no, Nick is innocent. 100% of the poll
blaming you.
was no, Nick is innocent. So enjoy.
Justice for me.
Yes.
And the next one was what happens to Nick after eating ooze? The options were superpowers, cancer, mutations, ugly, or mutations, hot. And
is
mutations,
this the fridge
hot.
glue stuff?
Yeah, the fridge glue from the last episode.
Ooze. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, me too. I was like, he was eating coom. What is he eating?
That's not what I fucking said.
Who's ooze? What? What's
Who's
that?
eating?
Hot mutations from cum.
Oh, speaking of movies, Daniel, you see in the Minecraft movie, all my friends want to watch it, and I was like, I think it's releasing this week. Yeah, my friends are like,
I was kind of hoping to get a screener of it, but I don't think.
Yeah, my
nice
friends were like,
get the Minecraft meal, dude.
Mickey. What toy you get? What'd you get?
Where is my toy?
Is it just a fucking square?
Where's my toy? Where is my toy? Yeah,
I gotta
have you
say,
seen
the packaging
freaking
for
like?
this, kind of baller, dude. Kind of baller. Not
That's kind of
gonna
cute,
lie.
honestly.
All right. What's in it?
At Regal Theaters, there's like a
Flint and
popcorn
steel.
bucket of like the sheep, and it looks pretty terrifying. It's pretty
I
bad.
got a little McDonald's potion.
Oh
It's
my
a little orange
gosh!
soda.
Look like
Oh,
a
wow.
fucking grenade.
Wow.
It has a little straw in there. I don't know if you
Looks
can
like the holy
it's
hand
so,
grenade.
blown out. The holy hand grenade. Great reference.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, my friends all want to watch it, and I'm like, I just dropped a lot of money on Lady Gaga tickets, so
Please
I'm not
don't
spending money to watch
spend money on
Ding
that.
Dang Minecraft. I don't want to
Dude.
watch it.
I want to watch it. What are you talking about?
You do? You ready? You're so
It
ready?
looks horrible. Of course I want
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah. Did you hear about that one lady who would upload the like educational videos on Pornhub, and then she was able to monetize way more from that? She was like a professor or something.
That's awesome.
Well, that's
Yeah, so
not
she's like,
good for her.
she wasn't making like any money or any views on her YouTube because it was like
Yeah, because YouTube
you had to
sucks
get
ass.
you have to get like a crazy amount of views to get any money from it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then on
I'm still not
Pornhub,
fucking monetized. I've got like
Yeah,
35,000 subs.
yeah, on Pornhub
Not
she was
fucking
able to just
monetized.
make like a ton of money from it, and
Guess
she
I'm going
doesn't
to Pornhub.
she doesn't post anything inappropriate. It's like straight
Oh,
up
she
like
doesn't? I thought you meant she was like topless or something in that. Just talking
no,
about math.
she's like teaching like quantum mechanics like stuff. I don't know.
Oh,
It's
boo.
so where's the boobs? No,
Boob
yeah.
physics.
Yeah, jiggle
Let's
mechanics.
learn. Pig physics.
That meme where they did
Speaking
like
of porn, oh, go on.
Okay. No, go. No.
I saw the Wienermobile. I just wanted to share with everyone.
Is that recent? You saw that?
Yeah.
The
Fantastic.
wiener in question.
The Wiener
Yes,
question.
yes. When I went to the movie theater just this weekend, like the lady was like, 1 ticket. And she just like stared at me because I had a physical ticket, but my brother's friend had it on his phone. And he was holding it up like the barcode thing on his phone. And she's like, 1 ticket. There's 2 of you. And then he's still just holding the phone up, just standing there. And he's like, yes, it's on my phone, ma'am. And then she's like, and then she was staring at it, and then she had like a piece of paper, and she went like down a list, like she was like a bouncer.
What movie
Like we were
theater
like,
is this?
what? And she's like,
You're
all
not on the
right.
list.
No wonder
Yeah.
movie theaters are losing money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no,
and then
because
she's
of
like,
this woman.
And then like right on our tickets and his screen, it says theater 2.
200 of you. No,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she just sees a bunch of us. She's crazy.
Yeah.
She's like, Yeah, but it took her forever to, like, go down the list, and I guess she was finding what theater it was in. But on our tickets and on his screen really big, it says theater 2, and she was like, took her, like, 4 minutes. I felt kind of bad. But she was like, all right, it's gonna be theater, and then, like, she eventually found it, and we could read it on the list already. Yeah.
You're, like, helping her?
And then she's like, yeah, so it'll be theater 2. And I was like, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
She looks up and they're gone. She's like, "Oh,
yeah,
1 ticket, but 0 people now."
Interesting. Magic. Yeah, and then my brother was talking to the concessions person for a super long time, and his friend was like, "What the fuck? This guy's talking for forever up there." And I was like, "I think John's risen him up." And then, like, the person was clearly flirting with John. And he wasn't picking up what she was putting down. And, like, he was talking about the movie, and then she's like, yeah, I really like the movie, like, it's about this and this.
Really like
and then John's like, yeah, and then John was like, oh, and John was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And then right as he was walking away from the concession, he's like, dang, she gave me a medium drink and a large popcorn. I ordered a small. What the hell? And I was like, dude.
I ordered nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, she's clearly trying to flirt with you. And then he's like, well, I wanted the small.
She kissed me. What the hell?
Yeah, she's like,
She said, I want you so bad.
Yeah.
She said, I'd butter your popcorn. What the hell?
Yeah. And John was like,
Pop your kernels.
He's like, I just wanted the small because of the calories. And I was like, dude, just share it with your friend. Just share the popcorn. I was like, clearly.
I'm gonna go complain. That's too much popcorn.
I'm gonna get her fired.
She's being inefficient with the theater's popcorn supply.
Yeah.
Spotify comments. And
Sorry,
Nick, I feel like we've talked about this before. No, this is interesting. This comment says, I was looking at Theo Von clips on TikTok. He said there was a guy named Nick who would draw pictures for $4.
So many people
but
send me
would
this
pay
video.
$8. We've talked about this before, right?
The Theo Von clip or my story?
Yeah, both. Yeah, certainly
Theo Von
the story.
name drops Nick.
Certainly the story, but I think we've talked about the Theo Von clip and that it's not you. Yeah?
What?
Oh yeah, I went to high school with Theo Von or what? How old do you think I am,
You
dude?
know? How do you know it's not him?
Well, I'm assuming he got held back, because...
Yeah, he got held back and he didn't age well.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not me. I didn't go to school in, the 80s or whenever.
Dang.
The next one says, oh, Nick almost dies. Right. Say nothing bad happened. Yeah, he's still here. I mean, you're not feeling any bad things now yet. 2 weeks
My
later.
arms fell off, so that's
okay.
unfortunate.
Well, we wouldn't be able to see them anyway because they're fucking below the edge.
I just showed you a screen. It's my prosthetic. Some guy's off.
It's
off
CGI.
Yeah.
They just have this.
It's like clearly like
puppeteering Nick right now.
Jeff Dunham is puppeteering Nick.
Oh God.
Oh,
no,
God.
I got very sick. I got very sick last week.
You did?
Oh, really?
Yeah, not from the ooze. Gotta clarify.
Oh, okay, dude.
You can't
I'm just
confirm.
clarifying. I know that
How
the
would
ooze
you
was
know?
like, oh. Because the poll thought I was going to get illnesses, or what did they say?
Cancer, yeah.
Oh,
Mutations.
It's better.
Cancer. Yeah.
No, there is a thrift store in the area, and they put out a Facebook post, and they were like, hey, I've name dropped, name dropped, I guess. I name dropped Facebook twice already. I promise I'm not like a boomer.
Facebook fan.
Like, I love
Facebook fan.
Shut up, dude. No, but they put out a post saying like, hey, we're closing our doors after I don't know how many years in service.
Finally.
Thrift store. My parents, we never went there. It was kind of, to be honest, a lot of junk. That same thrift store, they were closing, and they put out a post saying like, hey, everything's free. Just come and pick it up. You could take whatever.
What?
Yeah, no, it was crazy. So I was like, well, I'm going to this thrift store. So I went over there.
Yeah,
no, dude, it was nuts. So I was like, okay, I'm down.
Daniel says, free stuff. Count me in.
Yeah, I know. He opened his eyes. What's that called when, like, the government, like, there's a phrase that, like, awakens you?
Sleeper agent Daniel.
Sleeper agent.
I'm just at Nick's front door. I heard about the free stuff. You're like, I didn't fucking tell anybody. I just learned about it myself. I can smell it.
Well, so, we went to this place, and there's, like, people are running out with, like, tables and chairs and whatnot. And
they're running. It's fully like they're being like.
I went with
robbed.
my mom, and she was like, "Oh, let's look for stuff for like your dad because they'll have tools and stuff." So we started looking around. We found some shovels and whatnot. And as we're outside, because that's where they keep all like the gardening stuff, there's a guy that comes out of a building in the back, He works there, and my mom's like, "Oh, is there more stuff in the back?" And he's like, "Well, it's kind of like a work shed, like a warehouse type of situation. I don't know." But he's like, "You could check if you want, but it's not a lot of stuff back there." And my mom's like, "Okay, well, like, go see if there's anything in there." And I go, "Okay." So we see this, like, I guess it's like a warehouse, like a mini warehouse. It's nothing big. But we peek in, and my mom notices, like, saw blades, like razor saw blades, at the very back corner. And so we see this, and my mom's like, "Oh, go get those. Those are like, $15-20 a pop." So I step into this room, and immediately my nose just starts running, like with the snap of a finger.
Oh,
and I'm like, "Huh, that's bizarre."
The sickness.
I looked around, and I realized there's black mold on all of the walls, and I'm like,
"Oh,
maybe I shouldn't be in here." And so
they just passed out black mold for free to everyone in the city?
Well, in that room specifically, yes.
It's too late.
And so I went back there, and then I realized, like, the saw blades are very sharp, and there's no covers, so now I'm freaking out, like, kind of don't want to cut myself on a rusty blade, So my mom's like, "Just find something to pick it up." So I'm like, "Dude, get me a box." I sent her to go get a box. She could not find a box, so I'm standing in this black mold room for quite a bit. Finally, she gave me a box. She what? I got a box, filled it with saw blades, and then she's, like, pointing out other stuff in that room. She's like, "Oh, get that. And it's just, like, storage containers for, like, tools and stuff. But I'm like, "Dude, like, I gotta get out of here. Please."
She's like, 5 more minutes.
It's metal, so, like, we could clean it, but, like, still. And, like, nothing had mold from, like, what I'm picking up. But, like, still, so I'm in there breathing all this mold. Eventually we get out, but, like, I was in there for maybe, like, 15-20 minutes just breathing in black mold. Which is fun. What's even worse is, like, we brought it all home and we showed my dad and we're like, "Hey, like, we got all this stuff for you." He takes one look at it and he's like, "I don't really need it." And he walked away and I'm like, "Dude, please,
son died for this.
Please." And yeah, that was Saturday. Sunday, like, my nose started, like, running a bunch. And then, like, throughout the week, I just got sicker and sicker. I'm done now, but I had a sinus infection. So at what cost?
No.
Dude, it sucked so bad. I'm alive, though. I'm
almost
fine.
did die, yeah.
Yeah, from black mold.
Next one says, "Very good penis pod episode. I rate it 10 P's out of 10. Nick's dad sounds like the kind of guy that would find a literal toxic spill and go, 'Hold on, let me get my gloves.' Love having 3 muscapines back together. Hope you're well. I mean, as well as you two can be. I know Nick is probably reasonably okay. At least I hope so."
I'm good.
He is now. He is now.
Sure.
I will say this.
Story.
Except he's, like, surviving, like, a bunch of tornadoes right now.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on.
Dodging,
it's never been that
tornadoes.
bad.
It's wild down here, yeah.
We had a tornado warning here, too. Like, what the fuck? In Washington. What?
I don't know what's going on.
It's almost like the climate is changing. Dare I say?
Well,
it's crazy.
Nah.
Nah. This podcast is the reason I started listening to Sir Mix a lot. But
origin story.
Commenting this again because y'all went off on a wild tangent. I'm grateful anytime you read my comments. I don't ever take it for granted. But y'all, Doctor Who's actually pretty good. It might just be, I actually had a great pet story this week. So when we went to the vet, anyway, it's just going off on a tangent for the fun of it.
Just cutting him off about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Anyways.
I'm
Doctor
kidding.
Who's actually pretty good. It might be a bit of a hard start, but I genuinely recommend it, especially if you're looking to expand your nerdiness. I would recommend starting with the 9th Doctor and do some research on the... Look, I really appreciate this comment, but I'm not doing any of this.
Do research.
Starting with the 9th Doctor and do some research on the past of the show as you go along. Also, good salsa was in reference to Bueno sauce, reference to episode 87. Oh, someone said Bueno sauce 2 episodes ago.
Who dropped Bueno sauce?
I don't know.
These are deep cuts, me, right? Man. We don't even know. Who
what
said
bit
what.
Is that? Bueno sauce?
Who was on this damn podcast? There's just a one frame of one guy, random guy. Bueno sauce. I love all the comments. I love the Bueno sauce guy.
That's the best thing you guys
have. Who's that? A few episodes back, the Piss Man read one of my comments. It was some dumb shit, but I was so happy that I played the part of the episode out loud.
The Piss Man.
It's like Slenderman. He was so happy I played the part of the episode out loud in the back of my economics class to show my friend. He wasn't too impressed, and neither was my professor, Mr. Sharp. Oh, that's so sad. Oh,
not funny to laugh.
By the way, Nick, you recording video and audio? By the way,
no.
A little late now.
No. I actually wasn't. My shit wasn't working. I wasn't until like halfway, just to let you know. I have a confession. Sorry. Well, you know what? When I had my computer first on, everything was all set up on Audacity, and then it reset. Actually.
Hi, poo people. It's been a hot minute since I've tuned in. I'm failing math, so yay. I had
You're
two good
failing
my
math?
first semester.
What are you, 5?
Me, Moon. I'm bad at it.
Failing
Hate
math. I had 2 good my first semester with con law, my favorite class ever. Con law? Like you're learning how to fucking go around it? What the hell is that? Econ law, maybe? I mean, you learned your spelling class as well as math? But anyways, John Cena turned evil, so I'm blaming him for me failing. Yeah.
Heel
Who could have
turn.
seen
Heel
that
turn.
one coming?
Heel turn.
Oh, speaking of people not laughing, like at our podcast, my friend, she sent me a snap.
I don't fucking want to know.
She sent me a Snapchat last night. It made me laugh for like 5 minutes. She's like, I just went into the Safeway and I had like half a cart filled with bananas and people were just looking. Nobody smiled or laughed. It was for an April Fool's prank today, but she was getting them yesterday. And so people were staring and she's like, it's for an April Fool's prank. And people just, they didn't react. They didn't smile. They didn't laugh. They just stared at her and were like, okay, no one asked.
107 bananas? There's only one of you.
I think everybody just assumed she liked bananas.
How many bananas was she buying though? Like,
I don't know. She said when she put them out, it filled up like the whole conveyor belt thingy.
Oh, okay.
So
I
imagine if
like
someone came up to you with a cart of 4 bananas and they were like, "It's for an April Fool's prank," and you're like,
and you're like,
I don't
all
care,
right, dude. I
don't fucking give a shit.
I was like, damn.
Not all the time, but sometimes when Daniel laughs, it really does sound like he's being held at gunpoint. Thanks. It really seems that Nick has finally gotten the Pequeno curse like the other two, and soon this whole podcast will be just cursed-ass stories and near-death experiences till they're both dead. Which both?
Cute.
Who is the one survivor?
Nick, obviously. The chemistry guy is back at it again. Methylene blue is most commonly used to help treat injuries and illness in fish, along with
oh my god, he's a fish.
This confirms that RFK is a fish.
Yeah. There you go.
So he talks like that.
You
can't talk like that on land.
Breathe.
In the ocean, he's like, well, I actually hate all these people. And up like, I can't breathe.
And oh my
That's why he flops around. Oh my gosh, I get it now. Next one says, Mr. Pequeno, I get paid monthly. My first paycheck is scheduled for mid-April. Please don't break my wrists. I do need them for the
Breaking
job.
them.
Well, once you get that job in mid-April, I expect to see a subscription at least 2 days
and a
after.
high one.
Oh my god, this person gets
and a year subscription
monthly?
at once. So
they get paid once a month, and you're like,
that. We better get paid once a month too.
We better get paid once a month as well. Where's our cut?
The last one, and then this one says, posted at 3:22 a.m. is crazy.
That's when you uploaded the last
Jesus Christ,
video.
Daniel, go to bed.
I can't. These things have to get done.
Who's forcing you?
The schedule. No, they upload automatically. I get them done at like midnight or something.
Like,
Daniel's like, my stats.
He's at work like,
I am. Anyway. And then last but not least, we like to read our Patron notes, which if you're a particular tier, you can pretty much send us whatever you want, and we are forced to read it against our bitter judgment and against, community guidelines and whatnot. But Deluxe Toasters note, hello everyone. I hope you're doing well. And I hope everyone is here because I've written another story, but this time no vor, aiming for funny horror. I hope you like it. Well, great. Julianna's back hurt and she was starving. With a groggy grunt, she sits up from where she was sleeping on the couch and rubs her eyes. It's another day, and hopefully not too wild, she thinks as she stands and stretches before making her way to the kitchen. Stretches. Sorry, what's a lively impression, Nick?
I don't know. She's reading it. You gotta give us your lively impression.
Lively. Rub your eyes and say it's another day, and hopefully it's not too wild.
No. You, Daniel,
you gotta sound like me.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not.
I'm the gingerbread man.
I just sound normal. I can't do impressions.
I just love a normal day.
Hope it's not too wild.
yesterday in the gym, my brother and I were working out, and all of a sudden we hear, "Help me! Help me!" And we were like, "What is that?" And we...
You couldn't? That was it? That's the end of the story? There was some old woman getting crushed by a... and you're like, I can't fucking see.
It was so weird.
Gosh,
John is
that's
like,
crazy.
Dude, what do you mean you couldn't find it? What does that mean?
we looked in there and there was nobody in that corner. We were like,
you heard the
what?
ghosts.
They heard a no.
I don't know. Yeah, it was some entity.
Romeo and Juliet, yeah?
It was so funny, though.
Making breakfast would be nice, but that much effort seems very unappealing at the moment, so she grabs a sleeve of Oreos instead.
Oh, true.
Yep. She makes her way over to sit and eat them in peace, but her phone starts to buzz. She ignores it in favor of eating her Oreos, but is interrupted by the thing in the walls and its raspy voice.
Oreos are bad for you, but not to us. Leave them.
She lets out a loud, exasperated sigh and eats the Oreos. The thing in the walls can get fucked. She can almost hear the sad face it's making, if it had a face. She's never seen it and wishes she had never heard it because it's annoying as fuck. It sounds like it's about to start whining over not getting the Oreos when her phone vibrates aggressively again, like it's mad that she didn't answer the previous time. She decides whatever is happening on the phone is infinitely better than listening to the thing in the walls whine about not getting the Oreos. The phone stops buzzing, but when she's about to answer it, she sees she's missed a few calls from Nick and several text messages. She decides to open one of the texts to see what he has to say. Fuck me. After reading the message, she lets out another deep sigh. Nick is stuck in a perpetual rave and can't find the exit.
Perpetual rave.
Right now, dude.
This is such a fun. I like this. This is fun. Infinitely better than Vor. You are correct on that one. Pod note here from Conehead. Sup shitsters, I'm back with another true story. This one is more strange and longer than the last note. This story is about Mary Reeser and how she mysteriously burst into flames. In 1951, the landlady of Mary's apartment stated that she had smelt smoke on her way to deliver a message to Mary. She also saw soot that led to Mary's apartment. When she tried to enter Mary's apartment, the handle was too hot, so she went to get help to open the door. Should this be read like a newscaster, or how does this...
No, I think just read
Scary story. It's like...
FBI agents believe that Reeser had fallen asleep while smoking.
No.
Daniel, shut the hell up. Shut it, fuck you. This is art. Oh, brother. When she tried to enter Mary's apartment, the handle was too
combustion?
hot. So she went to get help to open the door. They found Mary's cremated ashes on her couch alongside her shrunken skull and pieces of her spine and her unburned foot. For Mary to be cremated, she would have had to have been burned at 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 to 3 hours. With this in mind, the majority of the surrounding apartment remained intact. The plastic light switch covers were warped, and the top half of the room was covered in a thin layer of soot, but everything else was seemingly untouched. Her neighbors were also not aware of the fire that was happening. When they tested the scene for combustibles, they found nothing except for some fat on the carpet. FBI agents believe that Reeser had fallen asleep while smoking, and hot ash from her cigarette had dropped into her flammable nightgown and caught it on fire. Perhaps because of the sleeping pills, she died from smoke inhalation before she knew it was burning. Her body fat, Reeser reportedly weighed 170 pounds, then sustained the flames as they essentially cremated her. What this doesn't account for is her shrunken skull, a skull that should have exploded due to the heat. What some believe happened is that she was a victim of spontaneous human combustion. There are around 200 supposed cases of human combustion where the victim catches on fire, doesn't cause too much damage to the surrounding, and a hand-foot is left behind. This theory is not supported by scientists and is considered a pseudoscience, but that is my note. Have a good night.
It's so weird. Demons.
So weird.
Obviously demons.
Clearly gnomes again. It's the people going, help me! In the back corner of the fucking gym.
Last thing she hears.
Yeah. Next note here from Diz Miles. Good evening, Peapod members. Here's a story for your ears. I'm currently a member of Robotics team for school, and I'm not going to mention the school. We have spent the past 3 months designing, testing, building, and programming a robot that weighs as much as Julianna and sits about 7 feet tall at full mast. We've had 2 competitions.
Skinny legend?
Fat ass robot. Oh. You know I'm joking. Of course not. By the way, the workout pictures you've been sending us of your progress are incredible. I don't know how the hell you're fitting all that in lately. That's crazy. We had 2 competitions to attend.
The big thick
Immediately after
like
skinny
robot.
legend is so funny, dude.
Yeah, you shut it down. Dude, 7 foot. That's a model right there.
We had 2 competitions to attend the past 3 weeks, and due to a lack of team cooperation and poor leadership, we didn't finish in time. Oh, I'm sorry. That's usually how it goes. The robot is extremely complex, so we decided to crunch and finish during our first competition. Every round we completed in was a failure, with the piece of shit barely moving at all. Nobody was happy.
Oh, no.
Second competition
But did it
rolls
look
around.
cool?
Fat ass robot not moving at all, huh? Surprise.
Too fat. You know the thick, like, Aunt Fanny from Robots?
Yes, I love robots. Oh, that's a great movie. Oh,
I remember
Coolidge.
playing like the
that's
fart
such a good
scene for
movie.
my parents and being like, "You guys got to just see this scene."
You guys.
That's so funny.
Absolutely.
It's the one fart joke movie I love. It's so great. The second competition rolls around last Friday, and we feel ready to compete. This time, the robot is finally functional, but only in the last 2 matches we compete in. We were defeated and extremely disappointed. This has been a stress point in my life for 3 months, and finally it's over. Thank you for listening. Love you all as the Missourian. That's so sad.
I want to know what the competition is. Like, is it like a robot death match? Like, are they fighting?
BattleBots.
No,
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
I'm not going to dox the name of the competition if that would do something for their story, but I'm pretty sure it's the same one like I know our school competed in, they did really well in. They basically, I think they give them a certain series of tasks to complete every year, like an obstacle course. So their robot is completely built around doing those tasks. Like, I think
so they have to navigate it or something?
Yeah, so I think our year was they had to pick up like a giant like yoga ball size ball and like shoot it through like a giant hoop and like pick it up and like redo that. I think that was the goal.
Dang, that sounds kind of complex. I can't even do that.
And they worked. I mean, they after school. When did school get done in high school? 3. They worked from like 3 till 8 every day. It sounded fucking miserable.
Oh my. That's a job.
I know.
They
It's awful.
should just be part-time employees.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Next note from Lucas.
Do they like Planet Fitness?
Yeah.
Another piss note from yours truly, Tony Jackoff. So first off, what would really lighten this podcast up is more poop stuff. Well, do I have the episode for you?
Boy, do I have some news for you, dog.
Well. Anyhow, what is there to say that it's insane? Calling the Muppets communists and the American government chatting on an app about war plans. Fun stuff. Honestly, it's just government getting worse and worse.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, no, you didn't get that? What's her name? Green, the ugly-ass fucking Neanderthal fucking congresswoman? Where is that? She wants to get Elmo removed and Sesame Street defunded because he's a communist. They actually said this.
Because he's red?
Because he wants to share things with his neighbors was what they cited.
Oh, sharing.
Yeah.
That's a terrible skill to have.
I know.
You're right. You're right. You see that tweet I sent you from her where it was like, hey, incest can be a beautiful thing. I know somebody who ended up being
that was her. Everyone was like, that makes sense. Yeah, it was her. She was like, I know someone who's a product of incest that went on to do great things. Everyone's like, they should have fucking aborted you.
Went on to be a state representative. And you're like, good.
I saw a video the other day that it was Charlie Kirk saying that like child hunger isn't real. Like that's not a thing.
I hate him so much. Yes, I know. He was like, show me one kid that's starving. He was like,
exactly.
We're at a fucking college campus. What do you fucking mean, dude?
What are you talking about? What's crazy is he rallied for the price of lunches to not go up when he was a kid. I wonder why, Charlie.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
He's like, I'm not a kid now. I don't care.
My gums need food. Good fucking lord, his mouth scares the shit out of me. God. Okay. And then drunk Pete Heads. Oh my gosh, all the memes of like Uber Eats being like, "We're here," and Pete Heads gets being like, "We're bombing Yemen." I hate our government so fucking much.
Dude, that's one of the funniest things ever, though. I can't believe
It's
that.
so stupid. They're awful. I hate them all. Anyway,
and then the fact that they're like backtracking and they're like, it's because of the reporter. He's just a little fucking weasel. He's just a little bitch. And I'm like, oh my god.
And they were like, he just made it up. And it's like, fucking all right, whatever. At this point, just moving on. Anyhow, next week, April 12th, I'm going to be 20. Hey, happy birthday. But I don't want to be.
Before my birthday, let's go.
I'm a wish for being the silly is not a sin shirt, but what color should I get it in? I'm a fan of black t-shirts all the way, but you get whatever color. We have several. That's a good plug for the shirts on the website.
Yeah, we have merch.
We need to put that at the beginning.
Black
and
is
also
more
this week,
versatile,
I'm going to a
suppose.
Lego Con on Saturday. Oh, well, have fun.
Oh,
Hope y'all are doing well. Also, I'm guessing Juliana did a poop. Well, you are correct.
I
did.
Remember when Daniel kept saying
when
Juliana
I was waiting for
wrote
this
in the
to
first
load.
episode? Oh, you remember when Daniel kept saying Juliana wrong in the first episode like a lot? Man, what an asshole. I guess I said she was wrong a lot in the first episode. My bad. Also a question, spaghetti or meat?
Spaghetti or meat?
Spaghetti.
No, not together.
Didn't someone else say
spaghetti.
this? I feel
Yeah,
like
but they
it's
weren't
repeat.
paying Patron, so...
Or are they paying
that's
now? Is it the
dumb.
same person?
No,
Is this
it
the
wasn't
same
them, though. It
person?
was somebody else.
Well, they're doing it on behalf of them.
Oh, so should we cut it out then?
Oh
He's
my
just
God.
helping this other unpaid person get a question in?
Terrible.
Are we sure this is not? Dude, that has to be the same person.
No, because I thought I would recognize their username, because I think it's the same.
You
on
remember the
different
guy who
platforms.
asked spaghetti or meat?
Yes, I would remember the username of the
Maybe
guy who
it's
asked
their
about spaghetti or meat. Because sometimes
which
our
is
patrons ask stuff in Spotify, but I recognize their username, so I'll answer it. But I don't remember that being that. Anyway.
I'm a carbs fan, but I need the protein for gains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
protein all the way.
Next note from one
No.
Novakind.
He's not answering.
I did. I said spaghetti.
Oh,
You did? I didn't
didn't
do
hear
that.
I fucking answered it. God damn it.
I like spaghetti.
It's allowed. You're fine. You're fine.
Hi, Jinx. Podcast note from One of a Kind. Who would win, Black Santa or White Santa? What are we talking about?
Santa race war? Excuse me.
Win at what?
Go ahead, Daniel. You take this one.
Alright, you got it.
This is like how an Always Sunny episode would start. Dude,
Hey, who's more proficient at delivering presents, or who would fisticuffs?
White Santa calls the cops on Black Santa, so I kind of feel like, unfortunately, White Santa
Which Santa
wins.
dances better?
Shut up. Shut the
You
fuck
want to
up.
hear a story about people calling the cops?
No.
There was a girl who came into the... There's a girl who came into the gym today, and she's like, I'd like to cancel my membership. And I was like, I can assist you with that. Start typing in there, and I was like, what's your phone number? Her phone number didn't pull up, and I was like, I can't get it with your phone number. I'll pull up your name. So I pulled up her name, and then she's like, I was like, okay, so I was helping like some people check out first. So I was like, there's just one person up here, so I gotta do the cashier stuff real quick, and then I'll come right back to you, right? And then I was like, okay, now we're ready. So I do have to put down for documentation, reason for cancellation. Is there anything you'd like me to specifically put? And then she's like, well, I had an unsavory experience at another club, not you guys' club, but because this was my initial club, I have to cancel with you, so you guys can
look at
put
her.
down that it's not your fault, right? And I was like, cool, all right, I will document that because it goes against us if we lose a member.
Not
So I was
our fault. Big caps.
yeah, basically. So I was like, okay, unsavory experience. Would you like to disclose a little bit about what happened, right? And she's like, it was just like a bad situation. And I was like, oh, if you're not comfortable sharing, you don't have to, right? And then she started like tearing up, and I was like, oh shit. So I just kind of let her like yap. So I was like, oh no, like
So
what
I just let
happened?
this bitch yap.
No, yeah, like I wanted to like comfort
I know
her,
what you mean,
because
yeah.
she seemed like pretty distressed. So I was like, oh no, like what happened? And she's like, oh, at this location there was like a little bit of a harassment issue. And I was like, that is not okay. If you're familiar with our mantra, it's like the judgment free zone, blah blah blah. Like, I'm saying all this stuff where, because I actually like
Juliana.
genuinely felt bad.
hit her
I
with the-
genuinely felt bad
Well,
for
this
her.
is a judgment
'cause she
free
was-
zone.
As you know.
well, no, like it's like that's not okay.
She
that
starts
people were
talking,
like,
you turn on the lunk alarm.
shut
Dropping
up.
some heavy feelings here.
Yeah, get out. You already canceled. You don't need to talk more. Get out. I mean, like, oh my god. No,
I'm gonna put down Stinky as the reason.
yeah, so I was just letting her talk about it and like get the emotions out, and I was like, yeah, and I was like reassuring her that it was not okay, like the way the members treated her, because I was like, our members are really welcoming here. Like, that's a big reason I wanted to work here, because a lot of people are nice. I'm trying to reassure this girl, all right?
Yeah.
So she's like, thank you for listening, right? And then she's like, yeah, so like what happened at this club was I got there and I was only there for about 5 minutes, and then immediately these people started like fighting with me, saying I was like stealing their machine. I didn't know they were using it, and then it caused like a big like beetle battle. They were yelling at each other, whatever. And then the workers came in, and instead of de-escalating, they just asked me to leave because they're like, clearly you're upsetting these regulars, so like you should just leave. You're probably the problem, right? And then she tried to say, hey, you could look at the footage on the camera to say they initiated it and it wasn't me, right? And they said, no, just leave. And then she's like, so I haven't wanted to go back there, and I live next to that one now, and I didn't want to cancel with them, so I came here. And I was like, okay, yeah, like, I'm going to make a note of that. Have you considered, like, leaving a review or reporting this? Because, like, this might be something we need to bring up with management so that they can get some training on, like, how to de-escalate, like, hostile situations and stuff like that. And then she's like, no, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. And then I was like, okay, yeah, that's okay. I can just cancel this for you, and I'm so sorry, like, you experienced that. And then my boss saw on the camera from his office, he's like, why was that chick crying? And then I told him, and I was like, yeah, I made a note of it so that, like, we wouldn't get dinged for it, but it was a situation at another club. And so he pulled up her notes, and then this is where the drama gets interesting, right? Because I felt so bad for this girl, but it's like, reading the note, it wasn't her that did it. It was her guest that she brought in, but technically you are responsible for how they behave and conduct themselves once you bring them in. But the manager of that club wrote down, she started getting in a fight with somebody because someone was using a Smith machine, and she used it while they were, like, away grabbing a plate or something. And they started yelling at each other, and there was a little bit of an altercation. And supposedly her guest swung at the other member, and they had a full-on fist fight in the middle of the gym, and people were trying to pull them off of each other, and they were yelling at each other, and it caused a very big thing. And supposedly there was racial comments thrown. The girl who tried to cancel with me said that she was going to call the police because her dad was a sheriff, and then it was like a whole big thing, and then she was threatening to sue them. And then the manager said every time I tried to talk to her and get more details, she would just yell over me. And she was mad that we kicked out her guest. We said you could sign an incident, like, report and do, like, a waiver and, like, do all this stuff if you wanted to, like, escalate things and, and then she just stormed out, is what they said. And so I was like, oh, interesting.
So I took on her membership for eternity, and I set her home destination to Alaska. So to cancel, she has to go to Alaska.
If she wants to cancel.
The Alaska
get your ass there. So yeah, I feel bad for her, but it turns out she's somebody who's like,
a piece of shit.
I'm calling the cops! Even though her friend was the one throwing punches. So I'm like, oh, snap.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah, so I don't think she actually did anything, but I'm like, how can you defend your friend when they're behaving like that? But anyway, sorry.
No, that's fine. Interesting story.
My usual everyday little tidbits.
Next note from Jabibas Chris. Hello, my 3P lords. How have you been doing? The weather where I live is absolutely ridiculous. We should not be getting snowstorms this time of year. It has been making me mad. I've been waiting for so long. Yeah, I've been waiting for so long to ride my motorcycle. I can't do that when Mother Nature has decided to edge and ejaculate wet, slushy snow at this odd time of year. I'm a little more than annoyed.
Like that one.
Anyways, I hope all of y'all are safe and doing well. Well, yeah, I hope you're able to ride the motorcycle soon. It's beautiful weather here right now, so other than the tornadoes everywhere.
Yeah, I was going to say, here it's been really
other than
weird.
Tornadoes.
Yeah, my bad. Forgot about that one. Next note here from Ego. I finally listened to episode 87, and of course then 88, and now I'm less depressed and more settled. It's kind of funny how many notes were so down. The world really has taken a toll on us all, but it's nice that I wasn't alone, and I'm not alone. Thanks for taking my note seriously with the medication question. It made me smile. Honestly, though, I stopped seeing my therapist because fuck her. Maybe she didn't do anything wrong, but I don't know. Fuck her. I was getting too scared to get reliant on meds or not be able to get them refilled and unintentionally go cold turkey. Understandable. But what the hell? I'm really thankful that my boyfriend actually loves me, and even when my depression is insufferable, he's there to love me and be kind. I'm learning a lot, and it's nice. Currently, I'm still searching for the reason and will to live. I guess I always have been since young childhood, but my boyfriend recently said you don't always need a reason, and it kind of made me realize I don't have to do stuff for something. I'm going to start trying to go to the gym. I've ordered some athletic wear online, and I'm hoping to exercise with my fit friend. I'm kind of happy.
Nice.
Good. And I got my first tattoo, so I'm going to be getting my tongue pierced, and my 21 birthday is coming up soon. Well, congratulations. Happy almost birthday.
That's nice.
And lastly,
fitness has been a great outlet for me. Yeah. Medication, cutting it off just cold turkey. like the worst thing ever. So like, for like any of the mental health meds, you do get like, not like dependent on them because they're not like addictive, but like, yeah, you do go through like the withdrawal stuff. So it's like, that's like rough. That's rough. So if you can find other ways to cope with things, I recommend. And that's from somebody in the pharmaceutical industry. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was
not drugs.
Nick knew the joke I was literally just about to make. So
yeah.
He could see that heroin was on the tip of my tongue. And lastly, something surprising I wanted to share. There's a subway under Magic Kingdom. My boyfriend works there, and since I'm a cast member, I visited him on his break and got to see the tunnels under the park, and it's crazy. Can't believe they have their own subway. Thank you guys for being awesome, and take care. Wow,
that's how they get to other sides of the park.
Under there, huh?
Yeah, I was like, that's how they get around so quickly.
Oh yeah, I have heard about this. That's cool though. Yeah, that is interesting.
That's how they kidnap people. No, okay, whatever.
They steal people. My friend sent me a thing where it was like businesses that employ the most people in each state, and it was like Colorado was like the Denver International Airport, and I was like, I was like, true.
First note here from Crimson Comet. Hey Peapod, new patron here. Thank you. Hi, welcome. I got two things. One, I love the podcast. I've been listening to it for a long time. Finally got a job, so I can now support y'all. And I'm thankful for y'all that have kept me sane while I'm making the armored trucks at my job. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Nice job.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah, in less than 2 months, I'm going to be both... They gave us a tip. They're like, if you go to the third rivet, it's actually made of plastic. You just pop the thing off and just hold them up, you know? You're like, thanks.
Oh.
They plop apart like Legos. Just...
like the Cybertruck. 2, in less than 2 months, I'm going to be both turning 18 and graduating high school. So do y'all have anything you wish you would have told your past self that you now know? Thanks, y'all, for the funny content. Keep it up. She Pequeno my pod till I senior.
That's like a deep one.
Yeah, just to have fun. I mean, honestly, it really doesn't matter grades in college.
I know everyone always says Fs, that,
but everyone always says this, but genuinely, I understand because it's so hard
advice that I just take for granted.
Well, it's so hard because you want to. I mean, most people do want to work hard and they want to do a good job, but it's just to get the A is not like anything less than an A is not a failure. It's just an A is a certain level of effort, and there's a lot of people that put that level of effort in, but they are all miserable and they had a miserable time.
True.
And
school
honestly,
was like the worst
help.
decision of my life.
Yeah, I had
didn't contribute to anything.
And I'm proud of the level of effort I put in. I really am proud of how I ended up with college. I think I had like the third highest GPA in like our class of like 700, 800 people, but like it honestly makes it harder to get jobs initially because your GPA is high enough. It looks like you just took easy classes and skated through, and you know it really should be somewhere like 3.2 to 3.8 is a lot better.
Yeah,
so,
and they do care a lot more about like the internship shit.
Yeah,
the experience you get.
Yeah,
that
so
wise, I guess.
Right. Yeah. So look for the opportunities when there's a job that needs to be done, like preferably like an on-campus job. Such a lifesaver if you can get something like there. Keep your eyes open, but yeah, mostly honestly, just have fun. Please don't drink and drive and all that stuff. But
true, that is also good advice.
Also good advice.
Love of God, take an Uber. Sign up for Uber, and the Ubers are cheap. Just it was cheaper.
It ain't worth it.
Like enjoy yourself, have fun, be safe, don't do anything stupid.
Yeah.
And also, not everything is so serious. I know when we're like at that age, everything is like amplified by 10 because we have like this.
You're like, I'm becoming an adult.
Yeah, no, literally, and everything is just taken so
men.
Seriously.
Yeah,
right.
Why can't I trust
Next
you?
note from Aquatic Naturalist. Don't, honestly.
What are you doing?
Podcast note from Aquatic. Well, I guess this is going to be my note for the page.
Take your time.
Well, I guess this is going to be my note for the next episode. So I traveled to Florida for my spring break, like every Michigander ever. My parents originally wanted to have a special trip for my senior year, but surprise, surprise, we're poor, so that didn't happen. Instead, we went and visited my grandparents in Florida, and we drove the 22 and a half hours to get there.
I thought it was like Miami, like beach
party.
Hey. We got to do a whole lot like fishing, seeing manatees, alligator watching, and accidentally catching a baby one, and of course swimming. You really just glazed past accidentally catching a baby one, but okay.
Yeah, okay.
I can honestly say that I do enjoy these trips.
What the fuck?
Dude, Dan, that picture you posted where it's like alligators have now learned how to pretend to drown.
Yeah.
And it's just the hands.
It's like the hands up there. I love it. So cute. I can honestly say that I do enjoy these trips, but I wish that we weren't so poor all the time. Oh. I'm sorry for ranting about being poor, but that's what I'm feeling right now. My grandpa had to go in for surgery and have 2 of his toes removed because the bone had been affected and was rotting. Oh. He's doing good, though, and no longer has any pain in that foot. I hope you guys have a great 2 weeks. I know Daniel and Riley were in Colorado because they're probably one of the funniest and most full Jackbox calls we've ever had. Yeah, you guys missed out on that one. I was wondering if any of the P's would like a copy of my open house when I graduate. I'm a legal adult, so it's not creepy. Other than that, I hope everyone has had a good 2 weeks, and I wish you clear skies and calm waters. Aw, thanks. Well, here's a poor tip for rotting toes. Just eat them off.
Yeah, you want to hear a rotting toe story also from the gym?
From the gym?
Deal with the foot. But it was like, so when people come in with like their barcode to check in, they like scan with their phone, right? And so this older person was opening their phone, and their screensaver was just like a rotting foot. Like, it was definitely like, they didn't mean to make it their screensaver. It was definitely like a photo for like medical reason, and they must have accidentally made it their wallpaper. And then they just pulled up their phone and went to scan it, and it's just like the moldy foot. And they're like, and we're like, oh,
moldy.
Oh my gosh.
God,
oh man. Oh, last note here from Catalyst before my ears pop and pass out. Pod note, hello cutie patooties. I want to start by saying I love the last episode, and I've been cackling at Daniel's comment about the fridge chemicals making the celery gay. I am very easily entertained. Anyways, life is rolling along. I am now done with my hellish English degree and get to move on to my education degree in the fall. And congrats. And I'm so stoked because now I have the subject matter expertise I get to learn how to teach. At any rate, my job is going super, super well, and I'm very excited for the events we have planned. I'm continuing to be involved in my church, and now they're letting me touch the live stream camera, which was exciting to screw up. Anyways, life is going okay now, and I'm getting my birth control for my PCOS because I feel gross, and I gained like 30 pounds over the last year, so I'm done with that. I would rather have raging cramps than hate my body, so pray to whomever you want if this works out because I'm done. Congrats. Whatever, what a wild ride. Let's conclude this note with a question. What is your favorite part? Yeah, I hope it helps. What is your favorite part of your body? I love my biceps personally because they are strong, and I'm proud of that. Anyways, love you, cuties. All my love and peace, Catalyst.
Strong.
Appropriate body parts.
Damn it.
Favorite body part?
My left ass cheek.
That's rough. I don't know. I don't know what my favorite body part is,
I don't think I have a favorite.
Yeah, I know. I'm like... I have a hard time accepting myself. Yeah, I know, right? I'm like...
Yeah. I think you should love your biceps.
Maybe just my smile. Just my smile.
Oh, yeah, the little dimple.
Nick's little dimple.
Yeah, everyone loves the dimples. You got to.
I used to have 2.
You both have really good smiles.
No!
Wait, what?
I used to have 2, and then I got fat. It's not a bit. Look at my baby pictures. I have
just
2.
suck really hard on that other side.
Look at the baby pictures of you that I have on my phone.
Just mew really hard.
Yeah. I've been sent them. I've got
there you go, Nick. I see the other one.
Thank you.
Daniel, what's your favorite? Is it the baby blues?
That's the baby blues where he's like...
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Biceps, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Okay.
I don't know. It's getting weird, but like chest kind of, I guess, because a lot of people being skinny fat for a while, and being unable to build muscle is really frustrating. No.
He's like, no, I don't actually. Shut up! The nippies.
But a lot of people that are like my type of skinny have like 0 chest. So I'm at least lucky that whenever I stopped developing muscle, that I had like something of a chest. Very lucky for that one, and I enjoy the shirts I wear because of that. So that's I enjoy that. I think
nice.
Yeah. Anybody else? We're just gonna end on my chest.
I like my man boobies. Yes.
Good, as you should.
Nice.
They're supple little boobies, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got very muscular shoulders. I've always had really big shoulders. I used to be insecure about them when I was a kid because, I have, super small frame, but then, big shoulders, so shirts would fit weird because, you need tiny shirts, but then your arms are, busting in the shoulders. But now that I'm, more muscular, I'm
yoked.
This looks... Yeah, it looks better now. But, they're also, very uneven from, the scoliosis and stuff, so I can't be I love them, I've come to accept them more.
My first thought was not, hey, these are uneven.
I've seen.
No one fucking says that. If anyone ever said those biceps are uneven, those are freaks. No one says that.
Yeah, you're fine.
Somebody just is like gherking it like super crazy. One arm's huge, and Daniel's like, nobody notices that. Nobody ever.
Dude, I'm fine.
The Quagmire.
No one notices Quagmire's arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Those look great.
Thank you guys for joining, especially at short notice, and especially on fucking zero sleep. Please sleep and eat and all that.
I napped.
Oh, I got 45 minutes in me.
Sleep.
I did. That's like exactly how much I
closed my eyes and acted like I slept.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm chilling. I know my boss is always like, "What time do you wake up?" And I'm like, "Oh, like 2:15."
Half an hour ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nick, that look was the worst look. I hated that. How'd you do that? That was awful. Never do that again.
I think I'm just channeling the Rhett and Link video where he's like, "Rest in peace, Pop Smoke."
Dude, oh my gosh, how do you do that?
It did look just like that one.
Stop.